What's up? Welcome to the stream. Hey, bro. Hope you're doing good. Question: what made you take a gap year, and what did you do? That's a great question. So I kind of mentioned this before. So somebody had asked me the question: how many would you take the MCAT twice, or would you take it one time when you're ready? And I said how the reason me not doing well in my MCAT for the first time was literally destiny, because it allowed me to do what I did in my gap year, which I did clinical research at an orthopedic practice on Long Island where I live. And the interesting part about it is it's an orthopedic private practice. So usually when you think about clinical research, you're thinking about like a hospital or at like a university. And this is actually a private practice that ran and did a lot of research and put out a lot of research in top orthopedic hand surgery journals. So I did hand surgery and upper extremity. So it's interesting because the funding from that for that research, as a private practice, you can't really fund a guy like me to do research. It's just another employee. You can't really fund to pay for certain things. So the owner of the practice actually owns a surgical instrumentation company called AM Surgical. And basically he's super involved and he loves technology. He loves innovation, and he creates and engineers, and his son and his family, they create and engineer surgical instrumentation for orthopedic surgeons. So not only was I able to kind of see, obviously do orthopedic research and clinical research, but I was also able to see the engineering side of medicine, the integrations between what surgeons look for in their instrumentation, what the engineers are trying to do. Engineers are just problem solvers, so they're constantly trying to work and try to figure out what's the best. So it was an amazing experience. So that the AM Surgical Company, I was an employee for, kind of like an intern for them, and I was also a clinical research coordinator, a team of one at the orthopedic practice. So I was, do orthopedic research every single day. If they asked me to run errands, if they asked me to do, help them out with something, it's constant back and forth. So I'm a man of many talents in this position, but not doing well in my MCAT opened up that amazing opportunity for me. I would say take a gap year if you can, because it gives you that real world experience. I don't think a lot of people that I've been talking to, even with my class, and in my experience, and a lot of people may not have gotten my experience because it is unique and especially crafted. But even with that being said, a lot of people in my class don't have a lot of maybe real world experience if you are coming straight out of college, right? You may have like some experiences in undergrad, and it definitely varies, but just being able to take a time off, focus on yourself. I did a lot of stuff. I played flag football. I went to the gym consistently for like the first time in 4 years, because I always had school. So I had to like switch up my gym schedule. I went to the gym consistently. I felt great. I spent more time with friends and family. I could devote myself to like doing everything. I traveled all over the Northeast region for interviews. So just being able to do what I actually love to do for a year and embrace like other side of why I want to go into medicine, which is like actually experiencing what it's like to work in a doctor's office, doing clinical research, doing all these things that are your passions, being able to create a YouTube channel. If I didn't take a gap year, I would not have made this YouTube channel. I can guarantee you that, because I would not have had time. So having the downtime to just be creative and do yourself was clutch. And even having, my experience was something that I'll never forget, and I'll never take for granted. The people that I was able to meet, the connections I was able to make with my job, and it's beyond like getting publications and just a real life experience. And it was something that I'll never take for granted. So gap year, I highly recommend. Like Emmanuel said, he took great 3 gap years, best time of his life. Like if I were to take another gap year, I probably would have spent time doing more traveling and stuff. But I was pretty much ready. Like by the time I had my first gap year, or by the time I got to like that end of that gap year last year, I was ready. I was ready to go to medical school. I was hyped up. What's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for clicking on this video and for watching. If you're new and this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, my name is Terence, and I'm currently a first-year medical student in Philadelphia. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and share with somebody that may need it. My goal is always to grow the channel and help others that may need it. So if you know somebody that may need this type of video, be sure to share it. If you're interested in hopping in on one of my live streams, make sure you subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I go live and get your questions answered live. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and let's get it.